Hi. Have you ever played with G.I. Joe style action figures, or maybe you had something like this? Some Airfix style army men? Maybe you were trying to play Combat School and you found it was a bit too complicated to get through. Well, fear not, for today I'm talking about Action Service, another game that is kind of like Combat School.
RetroKork.
Action Service is a game from Infogrames that was released in 1989, and to be perfectly blunt, the name seems to be a take on Action Force, which in Great Britain, as I said a few episodes ago, was the name for the G.I. Joe brand. However, Action Service has less creativity than the Commodore 64 Action Force game did. And the creativity in that game was relatively low. In Action Force, you could deal with one of 5 different settings, or scenarios, I should say. In Scenario 1, you have to do a lot of physical movement. It's basically a jump and run level, but with what I feel is the world's most sluggish control, which is not something you want to hear when you're talking about jumping and running and stuff. Seriously, these controls, they feel extra stiff and sluggish at the same time. It's like the character is thinking about moving when I just input it. These controls, they won't be of any help in Scenario 2, the Risk mode, where you have to deal with traps and live ammunition. Oh, and hand grenades. No holy hand grenades, though. Those would have been too costly for the game, I suppose. Scenario 3 has you perform combat both ranged and up close. Let me tell you one thing. The controls seem to get worse and worse. I mean, in this one scenario, I don't get even beyond the first soldier. Now, Scenario 4 is labeled CCS. But what could that mean? Well, it means that it is a constructed course, a custom level, so to speak. So if you just want to have a walk in the park, or maybe just find out how these friggin' controls work, you can theoretically create the easiest of all courses for that purpose. And then there's Scenario 5, which puts you what I see to be general hell. It's basically Scenario 1, 2, and 3 combined. Now, you only get to play through these scenarios if you've managed to unravel the mysteries behind the main menu. Here you use the weird control panel in the bottom to change your character's name, select different courses, and access the course creation tool via the only clearly labeled button. And, well, you can quit. Yeah, I've never seen a game in which I considered quit a feature during the 8-bit era, when they usually didn't load information from their disk or the tape during the main menu. I mean, most games require you to turn the Commodore 64 off and then on again, or install a reset button that basically did the same, just quicker. Oh, fun fact here, this game was also released by Mindscape under the name of Combat Course, which is a more accurate representation of this program. Anyway, I find this game to be not that much fun. I mean, it's less a sibling to Combat School, which already kicked my behind. But where it was the difficulty in Konami's Combat School, in this game it's the half-baked control scheme. Still, I can get better at Combat School, but I'm not going to make Action Service a better game, or what I would consider a good game, for that matter. Oh, that might have been a bit too much bile that I just spat there. Anyway, I've been contacted by the Acme Detective Agency now that their best detective is apparently traveling through time. Seems like they're still wondering where in the world is Carmen Sandiego.